All right, so let's check out Tucker Carlson's latest response. It is extremely important what he says here, and we need to understand how deep this really goes.
Hey, it's Tucker Carlson.
This is NBC's reaction to Tucker Carlson announcing his future plans.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm not going to say, like, I told you so or anything, but I told you so. Help support this channel by checking out our link in the description below for the Daily Grace Company to find all the tools you need to take your Bible study to the next level. Howdy, y'all. I'm Brylan. Tucker Carlson is officially back. So he just put out this statement, his second statement here since everything went down, since he was fired. Or I don't know if it's even technically fired anymore. There's so much new information coming. I guess he's still under contract. He's not technically fired. So Fox still owns him. But Tucker's saying, no, that's not the case. But you know what? We'll watch this response in just a second. I think there's some massively important takeaways to what Carlson says in this video. And then I want to show you this right here. It's NBC's response to Tucker Carlson's latest video explaining that he's back and where you can find him from here on out. This response from NBC is, for one, it's hilarious, but two, it really shows their hand. I mean, as if we didn't already know that the media is literally the enemy of the people. Well, this response, they say the quiet part out loud. If you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up button, you know, when you like this video, YouTube will push it out to more people, and it would really help spread this message. First, I want you to take a look at this real quick. Carlson was told by a member of the Fox board that he was taken off the air as part of the Dominion settlement. Do you remember that? The Dominion settlement happened like a week before Carlson was fired. And in that settlement, Fox settled with Dominion voting system thing to pay half of what Dominion was suing Fox for. And Fox News accepted that settlement and ended up paying Dominion $800 million. But check this out. This was told to Tucker Carlson. Two people briefed on the conversation told Axios that Carlson had been told by a Fox board member that he was taken off the air abruptly last month as part of a settlement. So the breaking news here, which this is a breaking story and will be updated, it says that Tucker Carlson, the main reason was that the Dominion settlement had a clause that Dominion would accept Fox News paying $800 million, half of what they were suing Fox for, if they got rid of Tucker Carlson as well. That sounds familiar to me. I feel like I've heard that somewhere. Check out this video I did from 2 weeks ago. You see right here. Uploaded 2 weeks ago. Okay, this was right when everything went down with Tucker Carlson. And this was the reason I gave for why Tucker Carlson was fired. The reason why Fox News fired Tucker Carlson is because during the Dominion settlement, they agreed to allow Fox News to settle for like half of what they were suing them for. And so Fox News settled with Dominion for about $800 million, okay? They came and said, hey, you know what? We'll settle for half. You pay $800 million, and you get rid of Tucker Carlson. Deal? And you can go on your merry way. Now, obviously, that means that they were a sellout. They sold out Carlson. And really, this goes to show just how scary all this is, in that nobody in the conservative sphere is safe. So this was the exact reason I gave immediately after Tucker Carlson was fired. And people were saying, well, no, that can't be it. It's because Tucker Carlson told the truth and AOC said to fire him. And name the reason. Everybody said that was the reason, not because Dominion settled and all. Well, yeah, it's a little bit of everything to be real. But the main reason was Tucker Carlson was fired because Dominion wanted Tucker Carlson out and settled with Fox News to pay $800 million and get rid of Carlson. And Fox News accepted it, selling out their top voice on Fox News and showing where their loyalties truly lie. So, I mean, I'm not going to say, like, I told you so or anything, but I told you so. All right, so let's check out Tucker Carlson's latest response. This is his second time responding since being fired, and I think it is extremely important what he says here, and we need to understand how deep this really goes.
Hey, it's Tucker Carlson. You often hear people say the news is full of lies, but most of the time that's not exactly right. Much of what you see on television or read the New York Times is in fact true in the literal sense. It could pass one of the media's own fact checks. Lawyers would be willing to sign off on it. In fact, they may have. But that doesn't make it true. It's not true. At the most basic level, the news you consume is a lie of the stealthiest and most insidious kind. Facts have been withheld on purpose, along with proportion and perspective. You are being manipulated. How does that work? Let's see. If I tell you that a man has been unjustly arrested for armed robbery, that is not, strictly speaking, a lie. He may have been framed. At this point, there's been no trial, so no one can really say. But if I don't mention the fact that the same man has been arrested for the same crime 6 times before, am I really informing you? No, I'm not. I'm misleading you. And that's what the news media are doing in every story that matters, every day of the week, every week of the year.
That is massively important that you hear what Tucker Carlson is saying here. This is 100% true. It doesn't have to be an outright lie for it to be a lie. They can withhold information, which is exactly what the media does. You know, all these social justice movements that have happened, the BLM, all these things, these agendas being pushed, directly stem from the media withholding facts, manipulating facts to try to spin a story that is cut and dry into a certain type of person is a victim, a certain group of people. Then the story sounds and turns into something much, much different. They do this to manipulate you, to change your thoughts on something that otherwise would be a completely opposite reaction to what is truly going on.
What's it like to work in a system like that? After more than 30 years in the middle of it, we could tell you stories. The best you can hope for in the news business at this point is the freedom to tell the fullest truth that you can. But there are always limits. And you know that if you bump up against those limits often enough, you will be fired for it. That's not a guess, it's guaranteed.
Again, 100% truth. There is a limit to what we can say. Can you believe that in our country today? That we actually have limits on what we can say. The ability to just disagree, to think differently, to say something that doesn't go along with the machine, that's not acceptable. You're not allowed to do that. You're not even allowed to say certain words on this platform you're watching this on.
Every person who works in English language media understands that. The rule of what you can't say defines everything. It's filthy, really, and it's utterly corrupting. You can't have a free society if people aren't allowed to say what they think is true. Speech is the fundamental prerequisite for democracy. That's why it's enshrined in the first of our constitutional amendments. Amazingly, as of tonight, there aren't many platforms left that allow free speech. The last big one remaining in the world, the only one, is Twitter, where we are now. Twitter has long served as the place where our national conversation incubates and develops. Twitter is not a partisan site. Everybody's allowed here, and we think that's a good thing. And yet, for the most part, the news that you see analyzed on Twitter comes from media organizations that are themselves thinly disguised propaganda outlets. You see it on cable news, you talk about it on Twitter. The result may feel like a debate, but actually the gatekeepers are still in charge. We think that's a bad system. We know exactly how it works, and we're sick of it. Starting soon, we'll be bringing a new version of the show we've been doing for the last 6.5 years to Twitter. We'll be bringing some other things too, which we'll tell you about. But for now, we're just grateful to be here. Free speech is the main right that you have. Without it, you have no others. See you soon.
Tucker Carlson is 100% on point here. Everything he said in this video is true. That doesn't make Tucker Carlson the last beacon of hope. That doesn't make Tucker Carlson the only truth teller left. That's not what this is about. What this is about is that what Tucker Carlson is saying in this video is true. It is the sad reality of what we have allowed the system to turn into. And the system has turned into a police state against our First Amendment, our right to speak and to say what the truth is. Not to guess what the truth is, not to just say whatever we want and make it up as we go as if it is the truth. Oh no, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to speak the new truth, but not the truth. There's a difference because one is true and the other isn't. Now check out this reaction from NBC. This is NBC's reaction to Tucker Carlson announcing his future plans. And it is hilarious. Check this out. They are in full panic mode because they know that when the truth is freely able to be expressed, then people like this, people like NBC, are in big trouble.
Okay, well, listen, Twitter was already under fire from misinformation, disinformation, all-out lies, anti-Semitism, racism, before Elon Musk took over, and now it's gotten kind of crazy, right? Seemingly unmoored, if you will. Will anybody be able to police what Carlson says, or is this the point? It's just a free-for-all.
I think this is the point. It is a free-for-all. It's what Elon Musk wants to provide. This move by Tucker may cement the idea of Twitter as a right-wing website.
I love it. The stealthinator over here is just... Listen to what they're saying. They're saying... This is translating what they're saying, okay? This is what they mean. Tucker Carlson is going to be able to use his freedom of speech on Twitter. Is this what they want? They actually want people to speak freely and use their First Amendment rights? So it's just a free for all? Anybody can actually just speak? Do you get it yet? If you're allowed to speak and if you're allowed to actually speak truth, then it harms their ability to shape the narrative in a way that gets you to rely on them and be led by their lies. And if you notice the words they're using, is anybody going to be able to police? They're saying it out loud. Now they're at the point where they're just saying, people need to be policed in what they can say. Otherwise, it's just a free-for-all, meaning anybody can just speak their mind. Anybody can use free speech. No, that's not acceptable. It needs to be policed. But hey, let me know your thoughts about all this in the comment section. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, being a part of this community, I'd love to hear from you on a regular basis. And also hit that thumbs up button. When you like this video, it'll get pushed out to more people and it would really help spread this message. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.